Hello and welcome to another SyncSpider showcase. In this video we will be demonstrating how to migrate contacts from Autopilot, which is a marketing automation software, to a CRM software called Freshsales. To start off, we will create a new project. You can name it however you like and give a short description if you wish, so you can keep a better track of all the projects you currently have. Since this is a new project, we need to create our first task and set up the integrations we wish to use within it. As we stated in the beginning, our source integration is going to be Autopilot. And after you've done naming the integration and giving a description, you will be prompted for an API key. To obtain the API key, simply go to the Autopilot platform, click on Settings, then on the Autopilot API, and simply copy the generated API key and paste it where you were prompted to moments ago. From this drop-down menu, you can select the entity that you wish to export further. In our case, we said that we wanted contacts. Next up is setting up our target integration. In our use case, it's going to be Freshsales. And just a small disclaimer, you do not need to set up the integrations within the task. You can set up the integrations beforehand or use the already existing integrations. Alright, so after you've done naming the integration, you will be prompted for a Freshsales domain name and the API key. You can obtain the domain name simply by going to the Freshdesk platform and copying the URL. To obtain the API key, click on your profile found in the upper right corner, then on Settings, and lastly on API Settings. Confirm that you're not a robot and copy the generated key where you were prompted to moments ago. What's left now is selecting the entity that we wish Freshsales to receive. We'll select Contacts and click on Next. Next step, that is completely optional, is filtering the source data. Here in the drop-down menu, you have all the criteria that you can filter the data by. For the purpose of this video, we will not be filtering anything, so we'll proceed with the next step. Here we need to choose the contact unique identifier field. We have two options. We can either choose the email or contact ID, although it is highly recommended that you select the email. Once you've done that, click on Next. You will be met with a mapping section. Here we need to match the fields of our source integration found on the left-hand side to those of our target integration found on the right-hand side. We do that by simply dragging and dropping the appropriate fields. If you'll notice the three orange dots found next to the target fields, those are the fields that are mandatory to get mapped in order for our task to work. So, for the brevity's sake of this video, we will only map those fields and click on Next. We have now reached the last step, which is configuring the task settings. Here you have various options, from renaming your task, giving it a description, to setting a task trigger, basically a thing that is going to put our task into motion. For this type of integration, we have two options. The task can either get triggered by an API call event or by another task succeeding. Since this is just a demonstration, we will leave this blank and we will trigger the task manually. Additionally, SyncSpider offers you an option to receive an email whenever a task succeeds or fails. With this out of the way, you can click on Next and you will be taken to the task dashboard. Here you can see a nice visual representation of the steps that are going to get taken. You can edit your task, duplicate it, or trigger it manually, which is what we are going to do. After you put the task into motion, you will be taken to the execution log. Here you can follow the task's completion and see all the steps taken in order for the task to get completed. So once the task reaches 100%, of course that means that it's completed, and it's time to check whether the contacts got imported successfully. Let's go to the Freshsales platform and check whether we have any new contacts. And there you have it, we have all the contacts from Autopilot successfully imported. Thank you all for joining us today in another showcase. If you like what you see, consider subscribing to our channel for more content. Additionally, you can visit our website and get in touch with us on our Facebook page. I hope I'll see you soon in another showcase video. Until then, have a pleasant day.